Hey guys, it's Reese, and today I'm showing you how I'm setting up my bullet journal for this new school year. So this is going to be for the month of September because my classes start August 27th, so we're moving straight into September, and I'll show you all the pages that I use to keep myself organized and on track and try to have the most productive school year as possible. So if you're excited to see this bullet journal setup, then let's get started. Alright, so this first page I'm planning here is a semester at a glance. This basically helps you see all the months that are in the semester and plan ahead for any major projects or big assignments that you have to be aware of, and just know that they're coming up, and that's the main thing of that month. So I just did the months September through December because that's what the first semester includes. Created a tiny calendar for each of them just so I know how the month goes and which day is what. And then to the space to the right, I'll put any of the major assignments that I have or need to plan ahead for. Anything that's just given in the syllabus, I can plan ahead and know what is coming up. Alright, so next we have my classes and my semester 1 block schedule. Now, that giant sticky note is there because all my class information is there and I don't want anyone stalking me, sorry. But just imagine that I have all my classes written out, the teacher, the date, the time, the place, all the essential information you need. It's to that left there, so I just always have it in my bullet journal with me. And then to the right, I'm just creating a block schedule of when my classes take place. So each of those little blocks will be colored in corresponding to the color that I assign each class. And then now I just know kind of how my week flows and which time I'm available and which time I'm not. Alright, so now we're moving on to the monthly pages. Now typically I would do like a classic box-styled calendar, but I wanted to switch it up and see if this was a more effective spread for me. So I split it into September as a whole, which will be like my events or projects or just personal things that I have to attend, and then to the right I did a YouTube planner. So basically all I did was a list style where I list down the days of the month and the day of the week that corresponds with them, and then I have the whole line to fill in whatever events I'm going to attend or need to remember, and then the YouTube side just helps me plan the filming and editing part, so we'll see if that works out. Alright, next we're moving on to a habit tracker, which isn't specifically school related, but it definitely is really important for me in a bullet journal because it keeps me accountable for all of the daily habits I want to do, and it's really sad when you have like an empty box where none of your days are filled in for your habits, because then you're like, wow, I really failed this month. So it kind of is just like a motivation to get all the things I want done. So some habits are like doing a morning routine, doing yoga, make sure I take my medicine and my vitamins daily, if I exercise. So just, you know, the healthy habits that I want to keep track of, which can be helpful if you're getting busy in school. And then I have my sleep tracker because if you guys know, I do not sleep well. I have insomnia. Some days I sleep 2 hours, some days, you know, I sleep for the whole day. So I'm just keeping track of my sleep just to see if there's any patterns or anything I can fix, and especially that will affect my mood as well. So it's just basically a record of how I sleep. So as you see on the habit trackers, I just made a grid of the 30 days that are in September, add a little bit of a shadow, added colors, you know, just trying to make it look nice overall. And yeah, I forgot to mention that the 2 dotted lines going down the sleep tracker is just the optimum time where I want to sleep between. So between 11 and 7 gives me 8 hours of sleep, and I want to fall in between those 2 lines. So next we have my monthly recap. Now for me personally, the days seem to fly by, they all merge together, and then it's like a week later and you don't even know what you did that whole week. So each day I like to give myself 2 lines to just write something that happened during the day, and the little box to the left is going to be colored in with whatever mood I'm feeling. And if you saw there, I messed up and just covered it up with a white pen. I do that a lot. But yeah, just by tracking something about each day, even if the day was completely uneventful, just writing down one thing can make the days feel more meaningful and kind of just like put an activity to the day. So in the bottom space there, I just put down the moods I'll be tracking and a cutoff, but it's just the same colors I've been using the whole time. But the moods just include great, average, productive, stressed, and sad, and I'll color it in corresponding to how I was feeling that day. Alright, and we finally made it to the weekly spread. So everything up to this point has been just what is done in my monthly spreads. So habit trackers, the scheduling, all of that will be done for each month, and then these weekly spreads will obviously be done on a weekly basis. So this is something that I actually did last year at school, and I really liked the setup of it. So basically I just create a long column for each day and do kind of a time tracking method. So on the left hand side where I'm writing all those tiny things you probably can't read, those are the numbers of the times of the day. So it just goes from like 8 a.m. to I think maybe 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or something. And then all I do is assign my tasks and classes and to-dos just to the times throughout the day. This way you can see when you're in class, you can plan out when you have any events or anything. And then in the time in between, you can schedule all your to-do list things and your tasks. This way you just really like get the most out of your time. Instead of just writing a to-do list and checking them off whenever, you can assign it to a specific time during the day and get it done. So I really liked how this worked out last year for me, and I'll probably be using it a lot for this school year. Oh, and at the top there too, there's just a small space that says due, so I can write down any homework or assignments that are due for that specific day. So I just went back and added some details and little doodles to each of the pages because I felt like they were a little bare, a little boring. Even though I am like a pretty minimalistic planner and I just try to do what's most effective, you still want to make it personalized and cute, and you guys don't even know how many mistakes I made. I actually ended up disliking a lot of the things that I did in this journal, but I mean, it's only what I see. You guys probably don't see them as well. Hopefully not. But I went back to that front page and just made like a little introduction, like September page, which I did not like at all, but I already glued it down. Couldn't change it, so I just kept it. And if you see too, I changed the semester at the glance title because the other one was just like off center and I wanted it to pop a little bit more, so I just covered it up with a piece of paper, and that was it for my bullet journal. So as you can see, once again, I just have my classes, my block schedule to show me exactly when my classes are. I have my monthly planning pages just for events in general, and then my YouTube planning page. I have my habit tracker with my 8 different habits, and then my sleep tracker. I have my monthly recap where I just write a line or two a day and track my mood as well. And then I have my weekly spread where I'll be planning each day more in detail. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely make sure to show it some love by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe for more school-related videos and a monthly bullet journal setup. I did list all the supplies I used down below if you want to check them out, but otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.